And I was like, yeah, math. And they're like, sweet. So.
We are live, friends. We are live with math.
Yay, math!
Live with Kristen's shitty life.
Oh my God.
It's not that bad.
Tom's got the sass coming through tonight.
Oh, it's coming strong, man.
That's beyond sass. That's like
That's just mean.
that's like
You're just a big jerk.
Listen, don't worry. Kristen likes it. All right, Kristen likes it.
Does she?
there you go.
She does, but she doesn't know
Yes.
how to express when she likes something. It's just more anger.
Yep.
Ah,
Usually
my
a
God.
lot more yelling involved.
Calculate the circumference of the mass of your brain as it falls out of your skull.
oh God.
Please no.
Are we all ready to step into the world of Toril in the country of Faerun, in the city of
Yeah.
Waterdeep? Let's break it down, guys. Let's talk about what happened last time. It's been a while since we've gotten to play. So, let me explain to you the whole day that you guys are still in, because this day has taken 2 sessions. 2 sessions ago, you had awoken after dealing with some shenanigans at the Gralhund Manor. After coming with little to show from that endeavor, the next day has held quite a lot more for you and for our adventurers, rather. In the morning, you met with Raynar Neverember, who dropped an essential lore bomb. His father, the ex-Open Lord of Waterdeep, Dagult Neverember, had a rumor, a dirty rumor tied to him, and that rumor could hold some truth to it. Dagult Neverember apparently took the many taxes of the people and slowly, over his tenure, saved quite a bit and formed what has been called by the people the Dragon's Hoard. A massive amount of gold hidden somewhere within the city, and everyone thought that it was lost. But apparently, new rumors have risen amongst the gang wars of the Zentarum and the Xanathar that an old object, a relic of Raynar's past, a paperweight rather, that he didn't think was quite so important, but thought was strange and didn't quite like, an object of his father's, the Stone of Galore, has had some sort of focus upon it by these 2 rival gangs. They believe that the stone is what will lead them to the treasure. After dropping this sort of lore bomb on you, letting you guys know that you will be in danger, grave danger chasing after this, letting you know that the dwarf that died outside of your home was one that his father once employed, somebody that Pyre has heard of before, a very close spy and friend to his father, was trying to get the stone to you guys and died in the process, just killed by the gang wars themselves. So after learning that, after learning about this stone, after learning about this treasure, you all went further on to investigate, to find out whether or not this thing is real. If it is or it isn't, blood is being spilt over it. So either these rumors need to be put to rest, or this treasure needs to be found. So you all went to, you decided to go to Floon to learn whatever you could about the Gralhounds. You traveled over to Floon in the Yawning Portal Tavern and discussed with him a bit of the dirty backstory of the Gralhounds, how they had devil worshipped at one point or another, how their stretch for goals in the world of politics and becoming possible lords of Waterdeep themselves, they had apparently made a deal with the devil, and mysteriously around the same time their daughter went missing. No one knows where she went off to. So a little bit of a dirty past, but
Of course, as Flood said, nothing like the Castellanters.
bring old Floon back, our boy. After learning that information, you then moved on towards a meeting with one Erstal Floxen, the individual that you let go free, someone who was holding the Growlhounds quote-unquote hostage back in the manor. Pyre had made a deal to let him go if he could learn some information from him, and they were to meet at the Skewered Dragon Inn. But before you could get there, you were stopped by an old acquaintance, the old Zoblob shop. Upon stepping inside, and before stepping inside, you, for whatever reason, Timora's luck, clicked on the Nimble Right Finder, and that umbrella began to spin, and it began to make noises as if the thing was right next to you. And who would have thunk? There it was in the back of the shop. You chased it out, were able to corner the thing effectively and destroy it. It would not surrender. It fought for its life and was quite the adversary to have to face. There was some definite blood in the party that was spilt, but nothing like what you did to Nim's poor Nimblewright, who was annihilated. You found on him, he took his weapons, but you also found on him a map, something left over. A single sheet of paper illustrating the dock wards. And on the dock wards, in fancy writing, an arrow pointed down right into a general area, and upon it were the words Grinda Garloth, and a little X right through there. So you found a clue. In the disheveled robes of this destroyed Nimblewright. After picking that up, you moved on to your meeting with the Zentarum at the Skewered Dragon Inn, being just around the corner. You went inside, past the bartender, the half-orc bartender Zigra, who knew that just with the beautiful fiery locks of Pyre, who she was waiting for, she invited you into the back, and you met in the darkness of a warehouse room with a single light hanging over the chamber. As we saw Pyre approach this Zentarum individual, we knew from some of the party members' perspective that the darkened room held many more individuals than met the eye. Pyre stepped up. This tiefling spy. I believe her words were, "So we've come here to talk." And Erstal Floxen not showing, her explaining that as well. And then Pyre stepped in, his first words to, "Okay, the Stone of Galore." He went right in to ask the big questions. And upon asking the big questions, the smile on her face, the grip of her fingertips on her blades, you knew those were the words you needed to say for her to have permission to kill you.
The shortest conversation ever.
Shortest conversation in D&D. So the party fought in the darkness with the pack tactics of Zentarum trained thugs, trained soldiers of the Zentarum.
And our pack tactics were equally as evil.
It was a
We're
rough.
great in a clump of people.
It was a rough fight.
They
all had advantage. They all had advantage.
When all felt like it was to be lost, Pyre stood up, his courage manifesting in his heart, and said, "No, take me." Essentially, says, I will give myself to you if you let them go. And before this spy was about to agree to the terms, inside of the unconscious Solma's head came the voice of Lord Falconmere, Master Falconmere. He asked if you needed help. You said yes, and bursting forth through the wooden door in the back of the darkened room was an awakened tree that proceeded to destroy your enemies. With that thorough distraction, you were all able to help the tree in this endeavor. One of these thugs did get away, and one of them has been captured. The tiny little gnome berserker or rampager who caused Pyre quite a bit of trouble has been sunk 5 feet into the earth, his weapons clattering to either side of the hole, not quite making it inside to his unfortunate circumstances. So we have a defenseless, weaponless, 1 HP, mind you, gnome at the bottom of a hole captured. 1 escaped, and the rest of the party still, all of you still in the back of this chamber. And that is where we are starting our episode. So let's change this music up a little bit. Let's get the dark side of town, because that's where we're at. Is the bad side of town. Nighttime. It's actually getting late. So because of all those things you've done today, it's about dinner time. So even it's rough because there was so much like fighting, and you practically shook the whole building with most of the moves you guys used, especially with an awakened tree showing up. That like you've probably ruined Zgrath's dinner hour. Like I don't know if anyone's gonna step in, or maybe you made it better. Maybe they're like, oh, there's a big fight happening. You know, you have no idea.
This is the rowdy
Entertainment. Hey.
spit and spittoon place.
Exactly. Let's get that
Salty spittoon.
So, sort of just lumbering two big branches on either side of the stacked barrels of this room is the awakened tree, as it just breathes as if it's exhausted from all of that fighting.
Yeah.
And yeah, the other sound you guys can hear is just let me go from down in the pit. I'll kill you, I'll eat you, I'll stab your eyes out. From down in this pit. Yeah, I came up with a phrase in the car on the ride here that I thought he would say. Let me think if I remember it. I'll stab your eyes out. I'll eat your heart. I'll cut off your fingers. You'll walk the world a blind, heartless, no-thumbed fool. He just screams in the hole. And that's the situation.
All right. I'd like to lean over the hole a little bit. You know, just head over so I can't reach up at me.
He spits up.
It's gonna come right back down on him, so
Yeah.
that's fine for me.
I lean against a tree and just like pet it like, oh god, thank you. Just like really tired.
Tell me, friend. We're done fighting here. I don't know if you actually plan on doing all of that you said, but I might have a little deal for you. All right, you go back to your Zentrum. Tell them about how we were ambushed by the Xanathar here, and that we'll schedule another meeting sometime in the future. All right.
So
that things did not go too well, and if you are looking, if they shun you, if you are looking for work after this, stop on by Dungeons and Flagons. I'm sure we could have good use for somebody as motivated and enthusiastic as yourself.
So the whole time you are talking in this very like collected
Talking
manner,
right over him.
You're talking right over him because he's just the whole time. So you can roll with disadvantage and you still have your bonus, but it's disadvantage because he's just.
I found out how to incorporate it into my roll, so I don't have on top of this. But...
No problem.
11. All right, great.
11.
We rolled the 2.
Okay.
Plus 9.
Let me see what
Good
his.
job, Thomas.
Let me see what his passive is here.
Way to go, Pyre.
No,
Way to go.
It's a 14. His passive's a 14. He's just.
All you did was a 5 then. But
Well,
you
actually,
know what?
no. I don't know if I'll use insight. It might be something different because
It's in his best interest.
He will die.
Insight. I'm thinking about what is versing this. God.
We're gonna sick the tree on him. The tree's just
Yeah.
gonna go.
You know, it would
Into
be.
the hole.
What would insanity fall under? I'm thinking charisma of some kind, something to affect them. Like he's insane.
It would be more like
Insane. That's like wisdom a lot of times.
Is
but
it wisdom a
charisma
lot of
works.
times?
Yeah, I think wisdom would suit that a little bit. Either wisdom or not really intelligence.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
that's more of a...
I think I can spin an insight bonus as his bonus to be too insane,
Yeah.
basically. Okay, yeah, it's a 14.
This is him trying to insight into the situation and not make the wrong decision.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking it's a 14, and I'm just thinking it's because we think of the wisdom bonus as oh, that's his ability to be good at wisdom. I'm thinking because we're dealing with an insane character who is insane, this bonus is more an act of how you have to get past that number to get past his own reasoning in his head of right now it's I'm gonna kill you. And that's that is the thing that is more reasonable to him than what you're saying. So yeah, you say all this stuff, he screams over all of it. You don't know how much got in there, Pyre, and he's
just take with the back of one of my javelins and just kind of thump it down on him, knock him unconscious.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have you roll.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it.
He's in a 5-foot hole.
There it is. 21, you fuck dead.
He's in a 5-foot hole.
I couldn't roll well. Here
I think he clunks on top.
It's all me, brother.
He's out.
Rip your shirt off next thing.
What's that damage? Nice. Boom. Got him.
Got him.
So yeah, the sound of the screaming gnome ends as all you can see at the bottom of the pit, since the light, I believe, has dimmed back, is the shine of his grill. If you remember, he had a grill. It's out.
I'll jump in the hole, dig him out,
Yeah, you could just grab him. It's 5 feet down.
I reached out in there.
Yeah, he's completely unconscious. You can pick him up. The tree is just sort of hanging there, and Solma, you're hanging on the tree, right?
Yeah, just really exhausted, just petting it and being thank you, buddy.
What of Keeling and Fung in this situation?
I'm spider walking in the tree branches. I'm just hanging out and I'm fussing over the leaves.
Oh, yeah, you're just up in there.
I kind of want to tie him to the tree.
I'm I'm a tree hugger hippie, so I'm pretty satisfied here.
Yeah,
I want to Batman him. I want to tie him up and leave him for the police, but I kind of want to tie him up to the tree and just have the tree walk out of here.
Leave a sign around his neck that he's hanging there. Yeah, it's true Batman style.
Killed people. How are we called?
Fung, what are you doing?
He is drenched in his own blood. Because he went down and then was it twice? Did I get
down twice? Both of us
got up, went down, and got up again.
Went down twice. Oh god.
Yeah. So
I
have 0 healing left, by the way. I'm out.
Yeah, I know. That's why we need to go.
I'll turn to the party I think we had enough entertainment for today. I think we should go back before something else pops out from nowhere.
Something does pop out of nowhere. This door swings open.
Alright, roll for initiative.
I scream like a little girl.
5. Alright.
Standing in the doorway, you see Zigra and the light of her, and she looks...
Ooh.
Zigra, the bartender. And she's a half-orc bartender. She's built, and she'll step in, assess the situation immediately with her dark vision, and just go, "You're gonna clean all that up, right?"
I motion to the unconscious no, and I say, you know what? I was going to say it's on him. No, I can stay late. I'm sorry.
Well, you best be doing that. That'd be a good idea. I wouldn't want the city guard coming in here for any reason, so make sure it's cleaned up.
I hang my head in shame.
And she just goes,
"Don't worry. It's not the first time I had a couple Zentarum die in the back of my shop."
They're good at that, that's for sure.
And she'll point to the door over here. She'll say,
"About a graveyard, about a block down that way. You can throw them in there."
Thank you. I motioned to the tree. I'm like, is there anything you would like?
She looks over and sees the tree, and she says,
Oh, adventurers.
She just goes,
Just make sure.
and she looks back at her door. Because she pointed at it, it's completely destroyed. She's just like, she just looks really pissed off because it's completely annihilated. And she's like,
You gonna pay for that?
I'll pay for the expenses. I'm so sorry.
and she'll point and she'll be like,
Holding you to that. Holding you to that.
Yes.
and says,
And don't think I don't know who you are. You're a guild leader.
Yes, I am.
and she'll say,
Good. But yeah, make sure that's out of there. And the Dung Sweepers Guild will deal with the bodies later. Leave them in the graveyard, and we'll see who finds them. And if you get caught, well, I didn't know you were back here.
Understood.
Very well.
No more rumble in my place.
and she,
No, just the fight. This place will be spotless. By the
she
time.
slams the door and rumbles the place a little bit when she does so. Yeah, you hear her continue to do what she's doing out there. The patrons in this place, there's probably not too many left, but yeah. Well, no, there would be. There's probably a lot in there. I mean, the place is rumbling around. They probably wanted to know what was going on. But yeah,
We went into a bar and got into a fight, guys. That happened. Every
Yay,
time.
D&D.
What number of bar fights is that? Is that 5 on this campaign so far?
It might be actually.
The tree speaks. Yeah, you hear it say,
Are you all safe?
We are safe. Thank you.
Then I have done my job. Do you need anything else?
Oh, it's so nice.
We're good. I think we're good. Anybody? You guys need anything? Are we good? Do we?
I don't
need
think
anything?
so.
All right.
Go rest.
Very,
Do
very
you
nice
anything?
work, Mr. Tree.
Any fertilizer? Water?
To sleep again would be nice.
Go for it. You earned
Yes,
it.
you earned it.
Tree.
It's a good job. Thank you, Mr. Tree.
it lifts up one of its arms and peels off like half of one of the just drops it to the floor.
Oh, gross.
And-
oh, that's
Turns around and makes its way out and does a little bit more damage on the way out, you imagine.
Yeah, like,
And it goes.
we need to plant a couple trees on the way back. I think actually.
Yeah.
that would be best.
But you all can go on ahead. I'll just clean up here and meet you back at the tavern.
We all made a mess. We should help.
As you like cough up blood, as you just like you guys got really fucked up.
Yeah, if you I would say I might toss out some for those who dropped. I think I would be tossing out some exhaustion points for you to
You
do
know what,
this.
Spire? I might go back to the.
Except for you, Keeling. Keeling, you have to stay.
Okay.
Which, Keeling, tomorrow morning come to my office. We have to talk. And I just pat Fire with a grateful look, as well as I check on everybody if they're okay, and I just head out.
All right.
Oh, I'm in so much trouble.
We see.
Keeling, you did great. You did great, Keeling. You had that big shockwave. Everything went well. Fire doesn't realize he just like beat the shit out of his teammates in that fight. Fire did not get hit by that blast. He's like, it's good.
So, who's going back? Is it Fung and Soma together?
The two people with 1 HP
Yeah,
jumped in an alley.
No,
I should dare.
no.
I just can't imagine us with our sticks being like, just trying to
Yeah.
walk and not
you guys can
Just blood
leave.
behind us.
You guys can leave the establishment out the back door, the well destroyed back door. Yeah, Selma, you owe Zegra some money for this damage, and if you don't bring it to her directly, she's probably gonna talk to like the authorities about your guild and stuff.
I will come as soon as I can. Probably like the next day, hopefully.
Though you will have to imagine, and it matters how backdoor like skeevy you think Solma is, that Zegra would have to make up quite the lie as to everything that happened to bring it up to the authorities. So it's up to you. She says you owe her money, but I mean.
Tree just burst through the wall, no big
She was
deal.
also hosting Black Network.
Black Network people, so you never know.
Yeah.
In
Like,
any
it's still an establishment. It's their property.
How did
We
all
don't
of
judge.
these, how did all these murderous like terrorists get in your fucking kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, it matters on the character. I just want you to know that that's probably someone would be smart enough to be able to identify that, but might not be willing to act on it. In any case, Solma and Fung, you guys leave, and since we're talking about hours here rather than moments, you're able to get back to Troll Skull Manor. Pyre and Keeling, I would like the both of you. What is the plan with these bodies? And what is the plan with your unconscious gnome friend?
I was gonna turn him over to the authorities.
Friend.
Okay.
Which is the questionable decision, but it's, the
Um,
right thing to do to explain the situation.
and
We got them networking. Yes.
Yeah, there was like a convention going on. They
and
were like...
the corpses, are you turning those into, or are those going to the graveyard?
I will inform them about the corpses. I will put the corpses in the graveyard in the meantime,
Okay.
out of not knowing where to put them, and tell them that.
Are you gonna tell them a lie or the truth?
Wait, you can mold Earth, can't you, Keeling? We could just hide those fuckers real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I can
Yeah, you
easily.
wanna hide
I wouldn't lie though. I'd tell them. I'm pretty much.
I know. I was saying that like with this new plan, you wouldn't have to. I was just wondering if you're gonna tell them about the bodies. I want to know what story you're telling them.
Pyre's a good boy though. He's a good boy.
Yeah, if
There
you're
was
going
an
to the
evil
authorities,
tree.
He's a
It
good
stabbed
boy.
everybody.
He will tell them that he had a meeting. He thought he was going to get the jump on us. So he's going to tell them he tried to be cool. Because right now, Pyre is actually like, and Keeling will probably notice this while they're like working on stuff. Pyre's like really down. He's not saying a word. He's usually doing something. He's like, he was going to be a big hero here and catch this criminal. Instead, he nearly got all of his friends killed. He's just kind of like
man.
mumbling around.
Yeah, you were the one who nearly got your friends killed.
This is good.
Yeah.
By luring them into my friends here. I brought my friends here, and I'm
So
responsible.
you mold Earth, bury the dead. Where do you bury them? Do you bury them like?
I will not. I will tell the authorities about the bodies.
Oh, you will
But
tell the authorities.
offer to dispose of them if they need assistance.
Interesting.
Up front and
you told- so-
I mean, I won't
I don't-
tell them about the whole like letting Earl Oxel Floxen McBloxen go
Okay.
earlier.
What?
That stays,
What are
that
your?
stays in the pocket right there.
So your story, I just want to get your story straight to make sure, because I'm trying to decide a role in my head, if there is one, and what it would be. What your story is that you were going to meet up with them, you were trying to capture them, or you're trying to apprehend?
Gonna capture Erstal Floxton, and I'm gonna be like, I thought it was a cool adventurer.
Okay.
didn't.
No role required. You bring this to the attention of the city guard, which quickly comes up to the attention of Captain Stagnant. The individual.
I'll
that
also
you-
make sure it's clear it's all me. I set everything up and I did everything. I'm not incriminating anybody else because
Okay.
it's also the truth. That's also
Yeah, you will bring up. It will go to Captain Stagnant, who will upon you mentioning this individual, bringing it up. It is also it comes to the attention of the investigators as well.
No. I mean,
Oh shit.
Yeah, it would come to the
It's fine.
Barnabas Blastwind and his companion get his. God,
Barney the Private Eye.
It was Barnabas Blastwind, and let me see. I have them in here. After the blast. Yeah. Here we go. And Sith Crumley.
Crumlin, yeah.
Would I tell them about the whole Growlhound incident?
Would you? It's up to you.
Oh, he's feeling really guilty. Let's put it to a roll.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I do it. There's the one. I mean, it's a one out of one.
Wow.
Rolled 1d2.
Nice.
I think he'd tell because I mean, it was still like it wasn't a sure. He didn't have him captured. It was just like he might have had an opportunity to do something, but didn't do it to not risk anybody.
All right.
Which in this case was the husband.
Don't investigate. Okay, let's go.
So
I think.
they can go deal with those devil words. Hey, I called it on that one. I said, listen, no NPCs in the Forgotten Realms who are wearing all black are good guys. It's a rule. They're all these.
So, we get a scene in the interrogation room as the doors open. Captain Stagnant. Yes, I'm quite. And he'll open the door, and inside comes our two boys. Let's get them out here so we can see.
But I do leave the party out of like pretty much all of this.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Am I left out? I've been here with you the entire time.
I think she should be there.
Keeling,
I'd be there. It's gonna be fun.
go talk. I'd be like, Keeling, I'm going to inform the authorities.
Okay, and I walk right on with you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you would like to come, you're welcome. But Keeling, I'd recommend you. This could go bad for
Why?
Some of this isn't as legal or as clear cut as they would like. Maybe be behind bars. You have a meeting with Solma in the morning, don't you?
Well, yeah, but we're supposed to clean it up together, right? That's what Solma said. Lady Solma said.
That's true. Just I hope you're not late to your meeting tomorrow morning because you're in
It's
jail.
in the morning. Oh, wait, why would we be in jail? Aren't we doing the right thing?
By going and telling them we're doing the right thing, yes. But leading up to this moment,
That
we
doesn't make
probably
any
should
sense.
have told them. I agree. Some laws are not the best in every circumstance. But if everyone were to start not following these laws, then we'd surely descend into chaos.
Yes, but
So,
I'm
Keeling,
gonna
I
help
leave
you
it
out.
to you. Thank you very much, Keeling.
Let's go. Are you
Oh, boy.
okay? And then as we're walking, I'm asking you because you're all like sad and mopey, and I'm like, "Are you okay, Pyre?"
I just, I thought this was my time to shine, and instead I almost got all of you killed, and for that I'm sorry.
How did
I
you almost
should've-
get us killed? Those were the ones stabbing us.
I should have known it would have been a trap. I was an idiot.
It's okay.
Keeling, it's okay. I'm dumb. Okay, I get it. You don't have to rub it in.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rub anything in.
Oh, Keeling, no, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, no.
it's okay.
Now it's one of those things where Pyre's upset, but he has to be good because the other person got upset, so now it's just like, no, Keeling, you did great. Keeling, you're nice. Are you? Oh, once you still got some blood here. We should probably get the blood off before we go.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway.
Oh gosh.
Well,
Is that an eyeball? Oh no.
maybe leave our own blood so they think we got. That doesn't even matter. And I do. We just.
All right. So we see this scene of the two of you in an interrogation room. You've got the mirrored glass behind situation. The doors open, and we see first stepping through is Safe Cromley. And he says, well. I knew it. I knew they were troublemakers the moment I first saw them. Looks like we finally nabbed ya. At which point you see Barnabas come from behind and says, oh, stop it. And he says,
None of that. And he says, oh, still don't trust them. Not one bit, I don't. And he just says, just be quiet for a second, will you please? And he looks and he says, friends. Hello. How have they been treating you well? You see Barnabas Blasphemous as he steps in, takes off his coat and hangs it on a hook. He says, I imagine that you have been treated quite well in your time in captivity here, yes? What's it been, an hour, 2 hours?
Enough for a short rest I've had since I got here. Thank you.
Excellent. Says, you had some... I hear you had quite a few interesting things to say.
Can I get that short rest? I get my persuasion power back on a short rest.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
I need
Just
it.
enough to magically, persuade you,
Be
gentlemen.
more persuasive.
Yeah.
Um,
How about that?
he said he
It
sits,
doesn't matter though.
he sits down and he says, see, I am here because, well, interestingly enough, you've said some key words this afternoon. Was this the same voice I had for Barnabas last time?
It is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
It says, had some key words that have brought me here, and honestly, I'm quite excited. It seems as though you have more information on the bloodbath. He throws a newspaper down in front of you. Yesterday, or this morning's paper, and on the paper it says massacre deemed the Grauhund bloodbath. And you see a story written on the front page, and you skim over it, and it's definitely one that's been heavily influenced by the Grauhunds. Just looking upon it, he says, "No, seems as though you know something about this little situation." You see, and he pushes his glasses up as far as he can. He pushes it up, and he just says, "I have investigated it thoroughly, and interestingly enough, I felt as though something was missing. And you, Pyre, is it? Very well may be that missing link. You see, I questioned so many neighbors and so many." What do you say, Keely?
Yay! Like we're helping! Yay!
I'm happy
Indeed.
happy to be of service.
Indeed you are, but I wouldn't take it too much as a positive just yet. Hear me out entirely, please, if you will.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he says, I investigated the neighbors, I investigated the land around it, and I talked to many different people. I investigated every cobblestone inside of that entire building, and I knew something was missing. There was more there than meets the eye, albeit Miss Grauhund's insistence that there was not. You were there, weren't you?
Yes, I was
With a few others.
in the manner. At
Points-
my behest. Yes.
Points to Keeling, says, I must ask, for legal reasons, was Solma involved in this?
No.
Make a deception check.
Oh shit!
We got your +5 though. You got this.
Oh shit!
It
Oh,
not
shit.
only applies to persuasion. Deception
Oh,
is
no.
a +2.
Oh no!
I can decide inspiration after my roll, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
We're not gonna use it.
Alright.
Got you.
He, you say it,
Because
he
I'm
looks,
not a part of the guild. I'm not a part of the guild at all.
he looks
I'm,
and he says,
I am independent.
Interesting. Well, I've done a little bit of... I have to be honest, I'm a bit of a bookworm. I've done a little bit of digging on you in my time of getting here. I know it's only been an hour, but... My
Very
other
efficient.
question for you. Are you working for the Gold Neverember?
The other never ever. I don't
No!
work for him, but I respect his opinion. This was against his will. I came here.
He looks over to Keeling, and then back to you.
No.
And he says, and this is a friend who was just there to help you?
This is Yes, a friend. And I put my hand on Keeling's shoulder. I'm like, we've grown quite close over this time.
The slide into the frame is perfect.
Yeah.
He'll say,
it was she's looking for more excitement. I roped her into it.
Interesting. Well, your report is very... Well, it has to be proven, of course, but a lot of things are lining up with what I believe to be the truth. You see, Lady Growlhound...
What do you say is the truth?
I think that the Growlhounds were working with the Zentarum.
Really?
Yes.
Different Zentarum? And because I described, because they were killing Zentarum there. And Zentarum
he smiles
like,
and he says...
I like
That
this.
doesn't make any sense.
He smiles, and as if you're like, and it's like if you are both fans of anime. That's the thing right now. And he says, "Yes, it is very interesting, isn't it?" It's just like it's a fan of mysteries, I see. And he says, "It is my belief that there may be more than one set of Zentarum involved. Yes." You see, the story written on the pages is what has been told because nothing else can be proven wrong or right. The authorities had, of course, to go by the word of the Growlhounds, a influential family in Waterdeep in one way or another. They have connections, ties, rather. Let's just say the story on the front pages is missing quite a few pieces. The Growlhounds' innocence, for one, is definitely something that doesn't belong in the words.
I've heard they're not the most reputable people from
Says,
sources.
so you've had contact with Erstal Floxen.
Briefly, he was going to be taking one of the Growlhounds captive, and I negotiated maybe as long as he doesn't kill him, he may leave. If we were to have fought, there is a chance a Growlhound may have died at that time, and it's not what we're trying to do here.
Of course. What you described, obviously there's, without the consent of, or the word of the Growlhounds, there's no one to confirm, but what you've said, as I said before, lines up with many things. It can't be proven, and I can't bring it to any kind of authority just yet, but you are tying in the pieces quite a bit for me here. Something I definitely appreciate. Enough that I'm willing to pull a few strings to get you off the hook here.
Oh, you're so nice.
And he says, now, I know that you claim not to have any kind of affiliation with that guild, the Adventuring Guild, but you
talk to them. I will not say I have no affiliation with them.
I will give you the same warning that I gave them, as it applies to all those who wish to have vigilante, to wish to fulfill vigilante fantasies here in Waterdeep. You are stepping into a very dangerous game, one that I don't believe you want to become a player in. For your own safety, it is my duty to tell you that you need to keep the blood off the streets.
It was in the back of the tavern. It wasn't in the streets.
Yeah, we didn't have any streets
He says,
involved.
I believe...
He smiles and he's like, I get it.
He says, I believe you understand my analogy.
I don't get it.
He says, good work comes in many forms. Don't worry, you're fine. And he'll
If it's underground, then it won't be.
he immediately turns back over, and Seth Cromley's standing right there next to you, and he shrugs. And he's like,
I'll just write down half of what he says. I don't even really know what they're talking about.
Neither do I.
He says, yeah, these smart types. I mean, just give me a sword or, a spell or something, and I'll do some real damage and get some stuff done,
Right, and they use like such big words.
I know, right? I'm gonna use such big words. He makes me write in this stupid book all the crap he says. You
How
look at
do you
some.
spell it?
And he's like, I've got a really good system of just notes, and I kind of scribble it down, and I use shapes and symbols more than I use words. So, but honestly, it's like a cryptic thing. I'm smart myself.
Oh my gosh, you are.
How do you feel about different color inks, and also to designate different things? It makes it a lot more easy to keep notes if you.
He looks and he's like, you know what? I never thought of that. At which point Barnabas goes, Seth, please, can you just keep writing down what's happening? He's like, all right. He just goes, anyway, I am willing to pull some strings to get you. Well, obviously your involvement is that of one of an investigator, from what you've explained, and I'm willing to believe you for now, but know that you are being watched, and your movements as well. If you engage in this kind of investigating in the future, I cannot promise your freedom nor your safety. At which point he says, but as I said, I can get you out of this. But before I do, I have to know something if you know it. There are many strings here tied in a very vast web, but I have yet to find its center. He turns over to you and he just puts a hand up and he just says,
she's a little new.
Well, he keeps saying strings.
Keeling, you're doing great. We're doing great, Keeling. Keep it up.
He says, if I could finish, please. There are many strings on this web, but they all tie to a center. The wars between the gangs, the Growlhound's involvement, the explosion at Troll Skull Alley. I've seen you twice now in all of this. Your involvement seems to be an inevitability. I don't know what, but I think that they're all after something. I just can't figure out what it is. If you know anything, please. Your assistance here would help the city guard achieve peace here in Waterdeep. Could.
So not like a puppet, but like a spider web?
No, Keeling, they're talking about the Stone of Galore, the thing they're all looking for.
The what?
That has no strings attached.
No. You used the wrong words.
The what exactly? The Stone of what? What did you say?
Just you read into it, the Stone of Galore. There's nothing I can tell you that comes from facts. But,
The Stone of Galore. You think that this is something they are after? Is it an artifact, a magical item, a powerful being?
Some
It's
tool.
called a legend.
Yes, which is why I have difficulty bringing it up.
Well, that's the interesting thing about legends. They're just really mysteries that haven't quite been solved yet.
Ooh.
And he says,
wow.
if you know anything, I would be very interested in understanding more.
Have you know what we know? I'm sure you could find by going to the Google Guild and asking them.
Ah, yes, but you are right here in front of
the
me.
information.
The Google Guild.
He says, my dear friend, you must know, if you are wanting to be or pursue investigating in the future, that legwork is half the battle, and here I am, and here you are.
It is some kind of key.
I'm here too.
Some kind of treasure. I think there's a lot of money involved. Something involving Lord Neverember. Not Reynard. Reynard's is real, bro. Reynard's great.
You see his eyes racing around.
Father.
He like looks a little bit away from you, and his eyes race around as if like he's REM sleeping thing, but his eyes are open in a way. And
Mind Palace.
he looks and he just says, "Thank you. You have been quite helpful."
Yeah.
As I said, I'm sorry for bringing this investigation into Solma and her guild.
And he says,
I'm sorry if I've wasted your legwork looking into that.
he says, no, I believe you saved me quite a bit of legwork, and thank you again very much. And he steps up and he says, Seth, Cromley, Sergeant Cromley, did you get all that? And he says, as much as you could, right, as I could. And he says, good. I would like to review your notes later tonight.
All right, now I swing him with my battle axe and kill him.
Do you want to? Alright. Anyway, he'll step up, no longer wanting to really converse with you. He's gotten everything he wants, and you feel a little discarded as he steps up, takes his jacket, throws it over, and doesn't even regard you again. Looks to Cromley. Do let Captain Stagnant know to let them go, and to keep a vivid watch on especially these two, and still their home. At which point he looks and he says, "I believe we'll be seeing each other again in the future."
Yes, I'll be staying with Raynar Neverember.
Oh, don't worry, we'll know where you are.
Okay.
At which point,
Okay.
at which point,
I wasn't worried.
At which point he smiles and he will say, "Good luck to you." And the door
I'll
closes.
let you know if any. Okay.
Clunk. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Clunk. All right. The beans have been spilled to Blastwind and Cromley. You are released. You are allowed to go. It's not hard to notice that your presence is noted by every single guard post you stop by, and you easily catch eyes with those individuals. If you pass by any, they definitely take note of you guys in particular. Y'all are on the neighborhood watch list. So yeah, let's you guys is Troll Skull Manor where you're heading?
I will stop on the way to Troll Skull Manor.
Okay.
Tell Keeling. I'll stop and tell Keeling you tell Soma what happened here. I don't want to draw more suspicion to you guys than we already have. If you need me, I'll be trying to stay with my good friend Raynar. And tell him where he's staying, and I'll be like, but I feel like I've done enough harm than good here. But let me know if there's any way I can help.
You helped us all fight everything.
Break off. I got
And we cleaned up the. Oh, okay, bye.
Oh no! Oh no! Because that's totally every time when you get like, okay, bye. He turns around and he's like, okay, no, okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be. I'm a little dramatic. I know.
No, it's okay. I'm tired. It's okay. I just have a good night.
Oh yeah, he gets always to give you a.
Oh.
Pats you on the head and turns around. So.
All right, so
And I walk away.
So you go your separate ways.
I'm just trying to like not be like if they're watching us extra hard. I don't want the.
You don't want to bring it. You don't want to bring it to you. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense for sure. Keeling, you go to the north ward while Pyre splits to the sea ward to go your respective ways. Troll Skull Alley and the apartment villa of Radar Neverember as well. Excellent. So the night will fall on this day, and will turn into a new day. You're all able to get to a bed safely tonight and sleep wherever it is. You're accepted into Raynar's home as his childhood friend.
Full life, everybody.
Yeah. Finally.
Well, we got to the bed. We haven't slept enough.
Yeah, let's do the music here. What do we got? Alternate intro. Where's the regular intro? I only have the alternate intro music. Interesting. Okay, it's just that then.
Oh, right. That one. Yeah,
this is the one. Yeah, we're in a different ward. We're in a different ward. We're in Troll Skull. We're in Troll Skull. And Pyre, you can be anywhere you want to be at any moment in the thing. If you
at the horde.
You're at the. Oh, you're at the. Okay, yeah, you're there. No,
Speedrun strats. That's how you do it.
I'll allow you
click
to.
through.
I will allow you to re-enter Pyre with the party at any moment that you want. Is essentially what I'm saying.
I've done a lot so far, so I'm happy giving a lot to you guys.
Okay. So our party awakens the next day. Their wounds still sore on their bodies, but you've given yourself some time to recover. What's today look like, guys? What are y'all doing?
I barely got hurt that last fight. I don't know why it was such an issue. So
Barely. You were at.
I'm like,
You were at 5 HP.
was I?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, hit.
It hurt. Never mind. No, I woke up super late.
You were spider climbing out
You're
of the
right.
way.
I got hit right before I started spider climbing, so I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So,
And then you shattered your friends.
Yeah.
yep. No, I shattered my friends first.
Oh.
Get it right.
Oh, okay. my mistake.
I'm sorry about that again. But anyways, I woke up super late.
I don't know, it's kind of my fault for failing the deck save every time.
You're not alone. I rolled like shit.
Yeah. Jeez.
When we found out later it wasn't even the dex save you needed, it was the Constitution. So my bad.
Oh well, yeah, that's not my favorite. My favorite.
Yeah. We learned that very quickly.
Yeah.
I just can imagine Soma like doing her morning routine, like the meditation, but you can just see that there's more pain in her face, just trying to like correct herself, like her tense body, and just like being like, just trying to concentrate on something else than the pain that's actually going through her right now. She feels ashamed that she fell so easily, and that she couldn't be a good leader to the group.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So waking up kind of hard.
Yeah. And
Yep.
putting a new dot on the map as well. Okay. And I have the puppet heads, so I'm planning to maybe go to the, what are they called? Whew.
The Temple of God.
Temple of Gond.
Yes,
Oh,
that's my
content.
other plan. I have the helmet. It's covered with a blanket, so nobody could see it.
I do have to ask something to remind myself. Solma, did you have did a flying snake come into one of your guys' rooms? With like a note or a letter or anything?
Only a cat? With
Only
a talking
a cat.
That was with Martin.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, okay. So this is one of my situations where I think I'm mixing up my two groups because I have a group
snake.
that does something else. So this morning,
You see a flying snake.
this morning,
record.
Solma,
You see a flying snake. You grab it out of the air and you take it. You sell it later.
your open window when you awaken, the clattering of something wakes you up, and when you come into the room, much like in a situation in our real life where you can hear a bat going throughout your house, you can hear the wings and feel the wind, and you look around and you see circling your room is a flying snake.
Can I, with my air powers, try to bring it to me?
You can. You see Moosh sitting on one side of the room, just doing one of these every couple of seconds, trying to get it.
Get him, Moosh. Get him, buddy.
Oh yeah. Let's have Moosh roll for that. Let's do it.
And
Let's
Moose
see.
kills the snake.
It immediately like jumps up and spreads. Moosh spreads his own wings because Moosh is a winged cat.
What?
And you would see these wings spread, and it's gonna make a claw attack at the flying snake. It gets it. So
Okay.
it immediately pounces it down, plunks it onto the ground, bites into it, kills it. It's dead.
Okay.
You do
That's
see
new?
tied around the base of the snake seems to be a small scroll tube.
Oops.
Aww.
As I think you're still on the bed, and Moose jumps up with it in its mouth and presents it to you.
I just like confusedly pet the cat, being like, I never I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah,
sure,
the wings fold back into Moosh, and you see them also disappear into the fur like a chameleon style.
What are you, buddy?
Those red eyes. Look at him. Make a history check.
Okay, let's do
It's
this.
my favorite. We had that quest in Storm King's Thunder to return that person's cat, and we just never did it.
I'm gonna get this name wrong because I don't actually.
Yes.
I'm gonna get this name wrong because I don't actually have it in front of me. So
Tressum?
Yeah.
a tressum.
17.
Yep, thank you. 17. You have heard of the likes of the tressum, a fairly rare feline animal gifted with flight. The story behind that is one lost mostly to time, and 17 on the roll was not enough for you to recall such a thing. But the you know that these are they come further from the south. One making it up this far to Waterdeep is pretty astounding. They usually don't like the cold, and Waterdeep does have a cold winter. So it's interesting to see one here. They've been used as familiars in the past to wizards and spellcasters of the like, or just companions. Again, you see those red eyes looking at you, and it feels as though someone else is staring through them.
She looks really confused and trying, like, thinking, like, you know, buddy, I didn't actually think you would catch the snake. I hope it's not important, and I'll have to talk to you later. Okay. And
it watches you. With the,
I'm just looking at it while opening it. Okay, buddy, yeah, sure.
It's just watching you.
So confused, but trying to, like, see what the note says. Yes, much more cooler than Michaela.
Before you look at this note, Fung, what's going on with you, man?
Trying to take defeat in stride.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're great.
Waking up in the morning, sore. Also, yes.
Yeah.
But, lighting one of the sticks of incense we got yesterday, and instead of being able to, well, he went down twice. So instead of physically trying to practice or wake up this morning and train, he's going to choose to meditate instead.
As you meditate, you would notice the Mao in the corner, as sort of curling around you is Moosh. As he enjoys the scent, he finds a sunbeam nearby and lays right next to you. His red eyes opening once in a while to peek at you and then closing, and you can just hear him purring.
Unwavering, I continue to meditate.
Alright. You continue to meditate. Excellent. Keeling, what's your morning like here?
I wake up late and then I refuse to get out of bed. I'm hiding under my covers because I know I'm going to get yelled at. So
Alright. You feel something. You wake up. You wake up and there's a weight on the end of your bed that wasn't there before, and as you push your feet towards it, it begins to move, and you feel the paws of Moosh on the top of your bed as he sort of walks over, finds a different spot, mostly on your body, probably in any kind of chest area, and just sits there and purrs.
How many Mooshes are there?
I'm gonna get up.
As far as you know, only one.
I'm gonna lean up, still having the blanket wrapped around,
okay.
so you can only see the peak of my eyes through my through the blankets, and then I'm gonna like worm crawl over to Moosh and kind of like pull out one little hand and just pet it very nervously.
Just his one hand?
Just my one hand comes out, and you just see like a big mound of blankets with one hand petting Moosh.
Yeah, you get one of these faces. These little just like closed eyes to like just enjoying that. But yeah, once in a while those nice brilliant red eyes look at you.
This is the last time I might pet you, Moosh.
I mean they're not like in, I mean they're just red cat
so
eyes.
much trouble.
Oh that okay. Moosh doesn't seem concerned. Or picking up on your vibes or anything, just kind of like, yes, pet me. Pyre, wherever you are, Moosh is there. I'm just fucking with you. So Selma, we come back to you with this note. We see it scroll open, and Moosh is just staring at you. And it the words read pretty clearly across the piece of vellum paper.
Hmm.
I would like to know more about what happened at Gralhund Villa. If you can spare the time, meet me at Algorian's. Algorian? Al Gore. At this name is horrible. I want y'all to pronounce this
Welcome
name
to the
for me.
Forgotten Realms. Our names suck here.
I want you to pronounce this name. Ahagaharn.
Gairon.
Acarian.
Again.
The one thing with all
Agarian.
Forgotten Realms names is they're all pronounced the same way they're spelled.
Okay, Agarian. Cool.
Agarian.
Yeah, it says, meet me at Agarian's statue in the City of the Dead at high sun tomorrow. You will be paid generously for your time and trouble. Signed, Istrid Horn. And you see at the bottom, a symbol, which you would recognize as that of the Zentarum.
Yay! Zentarum, my favorite people. Okay.
We love having meetings with them. We love having meetings.
All right, round 2. Let's go.
So, I'm gonna ask you different individual things that you're going to do today, but I want to say first, as a general, it is. Oh God, I have to actually get that music. I'm gonna get it. It is foggy from here on out. It is going to be foggy every morning, and it is going to rain heavily at night. Your visibility in the morning will be limited to 30 feet, and your visibility at night will be limited to 60 feet with
I
the
have
rain.
no night vision. I'm screwed.
Rainy season? No, it doesn't mean neither. I'm human.
Spring has come.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Let me get that note there.
Istrid Horn. Have I ever encountered him yet?
No, you have not encountered this name before, nor do you know this person. Let me just grab my my weather from my other game real quick, because I've got good weather for my Tomb of Annihilation game. Here we go. So another thing to note, and this is just going to be in general. The news today, the corner boys who scream out the news, Zentarum are being rounded up. The news of the bloodbath has become vast and wide, and the Zentarum are being the focus of the blame. If you affiliate with the faction in any way, you are to be apprehended, or if you know anyone who is affiliated with the faction, you are to be apprehended and have them reported and have them be apprehended immediately, as the jails will begin to fill with anyone associated with the Zentarum. They are essentially being blacklisted. The Black Network is being blacklisted. So yeah. We would see an illustrated picture on the front page of the paper, whether it's done Harry Potter magic style or however you guys want, of an individual, an elvish man, of a very pretty elvish man, who looks like let me find him really quick. Here, beep beep beep. It would be in. Here we go. Cool. I just have to find it. Here we go. Yeah, and you can see a little note about this individual. Davil Star Song, possible suspect ringleader of the Zentarum, taken into custody. The Lords of Waterdeep to be questioned later. Yeah, very beautiful elvish man.
He's not Mr. Manshoe.
Yeah, you see a list of people they're looking for. Yagra Stonefist is on there.
Oh, good luck with that one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you see that Yagra is on there, and yeah, she's apparently
got her brain.
There's reason below the names too, small reasons, and apparently she had an affiliation with Davil Starsong and is an accused member of the Zentarum. So yeah. Let me grab where's my weather tracks?
Zentarum are the one with the eye symbol?
No. So a big thing, totally write this down in your notes, something that will get you through this whole adventure. There are 2 clans. One, we'll call it the Black Network. It's easier to remember the Zentarum as the Black Network. They are a merchant guild. Quote unquote a merchant's guild that deals in goods that are harder to come by and not all legal, and I've gotten the name the Black Network. And they tend to deal in the merchant of oh yeah, we're gonna sell you some swords for your army so that you can win that battle. They're those guys. And then you have the Xanathar Guild, which is, as far as you know, a very mobbish run guild in the depths of the city. No one's really sure where, run by some mysterious figure known as the Xanathar, and they just deal in crime, just in all kinds of crime. And they're a little bit, I would say, to differentiate the few, the Zentarum think more lawful evil. With the Xanathar, think more chaotic evil. Think chaos versus law. Zentarum's very we gotta do this by the book, but sneaky. And the Zentarum's very blow up a building.
And we fought yesterday the Black Network.
Yes.
Okay.
It's important to note though with the Black Network that they're all sort of cells, right? If you're dealing the people we fought, a lot of people might not even in the Zentarum might not even know those people exist.
Yeah,
makes sense.
They're all it's like a loose organization of a bunch of.
It has a lot to do with the history of the guild of the Zentarum. Is that they kind of started off as a mercantile guild, got found out of all their bad reputation, they got raided, broken up, and then people came back and said, "No, we're back with the Zentarum, but we're better now. We're the better Zentarum." Yeah. And there's been a lot of that.
Yeah, sorry. So Urstel is part of the Black Network.
He claims to be a part of the Black Network.
Okay, thank you. Now I got it.
Absolutely, yeah. The Xanathar are... So far, your interactions with the Xanathar have been, they killed your sister. They had those brain puppies. They captured Radar and Never not the brain puppies.
Brendan!
They're the real bad guys.
They're the real bad guys.
Kristen puffed up. Oh, there we go.
There's been a lot of situations where we walked into the Xanathar already killing the Black Network people.
Okay.
So right now, yeah, fog fills the street. It is difficult to see anywhere. It's a thick fog that hangs from midnight until noon, and then from noon until midnight, it's just going to be rain every day.
Great.
Very cool. So that's the news. That's the weather. Now that the news and weather are over, go ahead. The venture is yours. You guys tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing today. We're working day by day here.
Yeah, I sigh and I put my note onto the board. One of my connections, great.
Clink, another thing I have to do.
Yeah.
The red string.
A street horn, okay. I am just I will ask our ghostly bartender, he can hear me, to bring some tea into the room for me, and as well as for multiple people, because I'm expecting somebody to come over to talk to me. Yeah.
Okay.
And I send also tea to Fung's room as well. Some kind of calming substance.
Absolutely.
Calming? Yeah.
Absolutely. So Moosh hangs out in your guys' respective rooms.
Which is creepy.
No.
He has siblings, that's it. He has multiple brothers and
I like the idea none of us has realized this either.
Yeah.
No, none of you know this. So yeah. We're expecting someone to come to someone's room, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that someone? How long does it take? How long do we wait, Keeling?
Oh,
if she doesn't come to me, I will come to her.
I'm wondering about our time frame. Do we spend the whole morning this way?
I think I won't get out. I won't attempt to get out until 11:30, almost to noon, where
That's
I can argue it's morning.
Yeah, you could. It's still technically morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
So if you come at me before then, you'll find me.
I will just knock on her door and be like, Keeling, I've been waiting for
You
you
hear,
for quite
like-
some time.
When you knock, you just hear an eee!
Come to my room in 5 minutes, please. Now walk away.
Okay.
One.
Oh no. Okay, Moosh, wish me luck.
Meow.
Thank you. I get out. I put on enough clothes that it's okay to die in.
Yeah, Moosh stays on the bed for like a second after you leave and kind of looks around like, oh, the warmth is gone. Immediately jumps off and goes under the bed, and then you don't hear him anymore.
And I walk my way over, downtrodden.
Yeah. You open up the door of Solma's room and see Moosh hanging out with Solma.
How did he beat me? Oh, nothing. I'm sorry, ma'am. I wasn't saying anything at all.
Come sit down. Have some tea.
Okay. I take the tea and I inspect it because it might be poison.
You die.
So, Keeling,
Yes.
I was pretty impressed with you yesterday.
You were?
You put me, Fung, and me down, like, immediately.
I'm sorry.
I am not angry. I am slightly disappointed in myself.
Don't be disappointed in you.
I thought I am much more stronger, and being put down by a youngster like you, I feel ashamed.
Well, no, you were fighting like 3 different people, and then I was trying to help, and I was like, "Kacha!" And then they were like, "Rah!" And then it was just a lot of shaking and a lot of noises, and then it was very overwhelming. And then I swear I saw Fong down, but then I saw him up later, and then
Yeah, tired.
so I thought it was okay.
I think we just have to think next time how to get you in front of us, or just warn us next time. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Because I don't want you to be in danger, but with us in front of you, we are in danger.
Yes.
Can you tell me, Keeling, do you only have stuff like that you can just rumble and smash us? I don't know.
I can make loud noises that can deafen people,
Uh-huh.
and I can shake the ground
Okay.
in a large area, and I can make the ground shoot up,
Mhm.
and I can climb walls very well.
Okay. Just Keeling. I don't understand.
I can throw things.
Okay. So maybe start with throwing things. Tell us that you're gonna do something else next time so we can get out of the way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm sorry that I caused so much trouble. I
No.
tried really hard to be helpful.
Keeling, listen to
I
me.
really want to do good.
Please don't cry. Please don't cry.
While these tears are running down Solma and Keeling's not even looking around, you see Moosh look at her and then back to you with this look of like, just like this is look of like a cat that's just like, this is disturbing me right now.
Okay. I am proud of you, Keeling. We should have better tactics next time. It was also my fault, not only still learning. I admire that you're actually listening to me, which is really new to me.
I tried really
Emotions. Okay, I hug her. It's fine, Keeling.
And the minute that starts, Moosh jumps off the bed. He jumps off and he just sort of disappears into this room. You're not sure where. You're not paying attention. He's just. I'm not gonna be part of this.
Okay, Keeling, I have some stuff to do today. I would like you to accompany me. Okay? But no smashing in front of me, okay?
No smashing.
Only when I'm behind you, okay?
Only behind.
Alright.
Only smash when I'm behind you. That's what we smash, Keelan.
ESL, okay? So sorry.
Wow.
English.
Oh my gosh.
You okay now, Keeling?
Yeah.
Let's go down, have something to eat, and we can do what it needs to be done.
Okay.
Okay. That's my interaction with her.
Excellent. Fung, would you find your way downstairs as well? What goes on with you, friend?
I don't think he would leave for quite a while, probably. Just reflecting on the whole engagement yesterday and a giant tree just busting into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you would have no understanding of why that happened.
Only me.
Yeah, it probably would be dwelling on that while he meditates. Maybe calling back to what's the name of our god again?
Istis. Yes.
Istis, yeah, probably seeking guidance from Istis
Do
while
you
he's
have
meditating?
the guidance spell?
I do not.
Oh, you don't. I don't know if you had the caster tag. I thought you had the caster.
I am very much a monk devoted to the text.
If you want to make a religion check for just searching your own knowledge for like a verse or something to hang on to, like sure.
That's good. That's good for me.
Ooh.
Patience is key to all things. That is one of the biggest tenets, maybe the number one on the top of the 10 commandments of Istis. If there were one, would be patience in all things.
Okay. He's going to light the last stick of purple rain incense he has.
Yeah.
And continue to, it's purple rain.
You're
Already
so
burned one
great.
this morning.
It's super good. Yeah, some purple smoke comes out of there.
You could probably smell it from under because he's just zenning out
It's
right now.
acted as a sort of catnip that Moosh is just completely, almost utterly asleep in this room, just lying on the ground in that sunbeam, enjoying it with the smoke filling the room, and you can just hear that purring. It's nonstop, and he's just like in a complete zen. You step out and make your way. Oh wait, at some point you do leave the room, right?
Not till probably it would be after Solma and Keeling talk. It would probably be later in the afternoon. He's like totally like he's got half his robe up because the rest of it's like bandaged over his entire torso.
Okay.
Just from all the damage he took yesterday.
Yeah.
So he'd probably step out and pull it up before.
Does someone visit Fung before Fung leaves?
Well,
that's the whole
down.
morning, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would step, like, knock on the door and, like, may I come?
He would let you in.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see Moosh lying on the floor, even though you could have sworn he was just in your room a minute ago. But, I mean, you haven't seen him in maybe a couple minutes.
That cat scares me. Okay,
Fucking Moosh.
He's the mastermind. He is the thing that we're looking for.
The big bad guy.
Yeah. You were really beaten up yesterday. What do you think our master would think about us right now?
His eyes would drift toward the ceiling as he remembers back to some very grueling and painful times.
Yeah.
Of mistakes, yes.
Well, I talked to Keeling, so hopefully next time we'll not be in her range of fire. In a sense. But also, I don't know. I thought, like, we had a plan and it just went to shit. I feel like a bad leader here, Fung. I don't know what I'm... Honestly.
He would put his hand on your shoulder and invite you to get on your knees and meditate together.
Okay.
Aww.
I'll join him to meditate. Trying to find some sense in what I'm doing. Yes.
Probably not longer than an hour. It'd be a short rest-ish.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, after that, I guess we would
Go
probably go. Yep, I'm
Yeah.
very hungry.
Yes.
So you step out of the room. You guys make your way down the stairs, back towards the where the food is at the lower level. Solma probably being a little more spry than you, Fung, and in just getting to. I mean, Solma's guild leader. There might just be a little more pace to her rather than you, who's fresh out the temple. You haven't caught up. You haven't caught up to the speed of Waterdeep yet, but you can already see it sort of rubbing off on Solma.
Much more chill.
Yeah, there's a lot less urgency. He's just got his arms folded and he makes it there when he gets
you step out of the room, moosh behind you, and make your way down the stairs. And as your second set of stairs you make, Solma's well out of your vision. You might pass a few members of the guild on the way down, since this is a home that holds like 20 people situation. We might even get a quick shot of Lord Narcissus for just a moment somewhere in that way.
off in the distance.
He's playing his instrument on the podium.
Yeah, as you make your way.
They haven't been in the same room at the same time. That is true.
As you make your way down the stairs, you're almost on the bottom floor. You see Moosh walk by you on the bottom floor again. As he does, you probably sit and ponder, just like how's he down here that fast, kind of situation for a moment, and then your eyes darken. You are hit all at once, and this, I don't know if this has happened before. You tell me, with a vision, and it's quick. Your eyes gloss over, you see darkness, and you see among the darkness a piece of vellum paper before you. Colors drop down onto the paper. Ping, ping, ping. You see blue, you see orange, you see green, you see silver. And then you see orange move forward. It bleeds down the page, and none of the other colors do. And then it stops. You come back, and you're back at the top of the stairs, and the cat is no longer there.
Can I roll? Can I roll a religion check to see if I understand the symbolism in the vision?
There's no actual I don't know if what's happening here is religious. I'm not sure. I think it's use your wisdom. Yeah, use your wisdom here, I think.
It would be insight, not perception, right?
Yeah. Because religion requires your intelligence. It's your knowledge of something. I think this is more inner intuition that you're going after. Am I right?
Gut feeling? Okay.
Yep. I just want to make sure that's confirmed with what you're thinking.
Okay.
16 insight. What do you get from this feeling?
Oranges are yummy.
You've
Stock up on that vitamin C.
So
I like Tang.
You've had I mean, I don't wanna spill anything about your character. But
what?
This isn't your first. Oh well, I don't want to do that. This isn't your first time having this dream, is it? Or this vision.
Mm-mm.
I will say, with a gut punch insight or gut feeling insight of a 16, you feel a sense of urgency.
Oh no, that's not fun. Urgency.
Before was different.
I know, right?
Before was different. Before felt more like a warning. This time it feels like urgency.
I think he would take out. He keeps parchment on him. I think he would as he's walking, he's taking his time. I mean, he's a freaking monk. He's got his parchment out, and he's got his hands full of stuff, and he kind of dips the brush in the ink and starts to, I guess, lay the vision out on a piece of parchment.
Okay.
As he walks
back down over to where the food is being served, to the tavern.
Yeah, and then yeah.
All right. Before
He'll probably finish up by the time he gets there, and then sort of blow on the ink to make it as dry as possible, and then roll it up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You step into the door of the tavern, and as it does, our scene switches over to Pyre. We see the... Let's change this up just a little bit, music-wise. We're in a nice part of town.
Ambushed.
Almost died.
We're in a good
right
time.
there.
We're in a good part of town.
Had a vision, almost died.
Near the Sea Ward. Oh, no, that's outside. Let's just
That's chase music.
No, that's out in the street music. A lot of this is like out in the street. Like a lot of this assumes you're like out in the city. Let's just do one of these. Cool. All right. So you slept pretty well in a nice bed this evening. Or last night, Pyre. You would easily wake up enough to servants making food and be able to join Raynar in his dinner hall if you wanted to, and he will send you an invite to do so. His manor is it is an apartment building, but I mean it spreads 2 floors and is in itself a pretty big house. As it hangs on the edge of the Sea Ward, one of the fancier places on this street. But yeah, he definitely would send you an invite this morning after finding out you stumbled in the door last night. Yeah, what's this morning look like for you?
It's surprisingly really similar to Keeling's. It's just kind of laying in bed.
Yeah, you would get a knock at the door from servants that you might shoo away.
Go away.
Eventually, Raynar opens the door. He unlocks it with a key, and he says, "Oh well, look what the cat dragged in." Pyre, I didn't expect to see you for a while. I heard that you had come in yesterday. Are you going to come down for breakfast? Are you going to sit in that bed all day?
Breakfast does sound nice.
You have to talk to me about what happened. I had half expected you to be...
all of the things you told me not to do.
Oh, no.
I did them. I had a meeting with Thurstil, but it was a trap. We killed them all.
Oh, no.
The authorities.
The authorities? Did you... Wait, are you a wanted man?
I didn't kill all of them. We knocked one out, and I handed him over. And I
Wait, handed him over to who? What?
The authorities, the city watch.
Do you want to explain the whole situation to
Raynar? He explains
during the situation, he has gotten you up. Yeah, he's gotten you up. He's got coffee in front of you. Like, the servants try to serve, and he just kind of smacks him away, and he's like, no, just let me do it. Like, I'm used to taking care of him.
Fancy robe on, too.
Yeah.
Getting food on his robe.
He sits down, he listens to the whole thing, and he just says, Pyre. Well, your silver tongue got you out of that situation, didn't it? Probably one of the reasons why my father liked you so much anyway. A lot of his...
He liked what?
And he just says, not at my table, please.
They do it. They'd say that. He'd say, because they know it's all jokes.
He says... If the city guard knows about the stone, it'll be a matter of time before they get on its trail. He looks at you and he says, Pyre, I don't know what it is, but I gave you that information that day because I felt for some reason Tymora tugging at my mind. This treasure, my father's treasure, I don't know if it's real, I don't know if it's fake. If it's real, If it's real, it needs to be returned to the city of Waterdeep, and that is what the Watch will do, but I don't know how many people are going to die for it. I don't know how many lives are going to be lost. I don't know if it's going to escalate this war. Whether it exists or not, it's a focal point of terror here in this city in one way or another. Pyre, I've always considered you a friend, but I've always considered you somebody I thought was meant for more than just being a servant to others. You need to be a servant to yourself.
I try.
He says, you know that if you find that treasure, there will be a reward offered by Lady Silverhand. A large amount. One that could set you in the right direction for quite a long time.
The watch says I'm clear, just to not get into any more messes.
That's good. That's good to know. That's very good to know. But
what would you have me do, my lord?
Not what you would have me do. I'm not your master anymore, Pyre. You're my friend. You're your own master. And those people that you were with before, I could see it on their faces. They too are masters of their own fate. I think, and he pulls food away from you and the drink away from you as he says, I think, listen to me, he says, I think that your path belongs there. After this myth, if you want to serve me or serve my family in any way, putting this myth to rest, it would be something that I don't think I would be able to ever repay. If that's what it's going to take for you to go off on this on your own, then, Pyre, I order you to discover this whole thing and find out this situation. Oh, shit. I order you to find the lost treasure of my father. All right?
Pyre slams his fist on the table and slams up, and he's like, "Damn it, Reynard! I'll get to the bottom of this." And he runs out.
And he says,
and all dramatic.
You didn't eat
he
the rest of the
runs
breakfast.
out in his hood, and then he runs runs back in.
Finish your
food.
food.
Like, I forgot everything. I should eat. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I got a little excited.
You flipped the table, Tom.
And
You flipped Kristen's table.
He sits back down and eats.
Did they notice?
I don't know.
They are out. I think they're gone.
They gone.
They're gone for right now. We've temporarily lost Kristen, but hey, it's a perfect time to take a 5-minute break. We are at 9 o'clock and we have about an hour left, so let's take a 5-minute break and we will be right back, friends. Hopefully with +1 Kristen. So we will see all of you in 5 minutes, and the timer won't start immediately. I have to mess with it, so give me a second. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Sure is a lot of drinking going on.
We are back. We are back
Yeah.
live, friends. So yeah, we just got done with the scene with Pyre, speaking with Raynar Neverember as he is finally given the even though Raynar wanted him to go in his own accord, I think Raynar's been given the boost, or Pyre's been given the boost by Raynar.
That's what deep down Pyre wanted. He's so about this.
Ordered to rid the city of the long dark shadow of its former open lord, his father Degult Neverember, to find this treasure and dispel the rumors or prove them right and end the gang wars in the city. All right. So as we pull ourselves back in, we come to the scene of Troll Skull Alley as we probably leave the scene of Pyre rushing out the door. I don't know where he's heading. Are you heading for Troll Skull?
I'm heading to Troll Skull Alley. We can cut to me kicking in the fucking door.
Yeah.
Armor, full chainmail's on. He's like got his shield tied on.
I want that to be
Probably
just
looks
as...
like he's chasing somebody.
Can that be
Like,
just as the party's ready to leave for the day too? It's got to be that moment where they're just like, all right, where is he? And then boom.
Kicking at the door. I'm
And
like,
then you gotta
Killing
be-
everybody
Fire.
get your shit together. We're going to the docks.
Was there Fung, just before that happens, I want to confirm, Fung, was there a thing that you wanted to do when you got in? Was there something you wanted to explain? I don't know if you wanted to reveal your dream to the party or keep it to yourself, or what exactly happens in the bottom of the tavern just before Pyre arrives, before the party decides to take off. If there's anything between Keeling, Solma, and Fung before you begin the day.
I think I would like to send a package.
Okay.
I bagged the mask, part of it that we got from the puppet, and send it to the guild
Yeah.
of the...
Gone, Temple of Gone.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that could be done without us having to like separate the party or do anything crazy.
Thank you. And also, I will send a thank you letter to the Lord of...
Oh, Falconmere.
Yeah, thank you for sending me the tree.
Yeah.
I appreciate your help, and if I have time, I will stop by.
Yeah, you would probably receive a message in your mind at one point or another. I have tasks that need doing. If you are available, please feel free to stop by Falconmere Villa whenever available. I don't have many who work under my wings, so if you are available, please swing by. And then a little exclamation point pops up on Falconmere Manor that has quests for you.
Yeah. Side mission.
Side mission.
Your quest tracker is updated.
Yeah.
So much.
Okay,
I'm good.
absolutely.
I'm just
you would
drinking tea and asking, then killing like, hey, where's Pyre?
He went to a manor. I remember it sounded scary. For Mr. Neverember.
Okay.
Because he felt guilty about how we are now in trouble and being watched by the law.
Huh?
Oh yeah. So,
What did you do
So-
last night?
well, we cleaned up, and then we were wondering what the right thing to do was, and we're like, well, people died, so we should tell the authorities. So then we told the authorities, and now they said they were very nice,
Uh-huh.
and one called me smart,
Okay.
and then there was a lot of talking. I didn't really get it. They were talking about puppets and spider webs and all the weird stuff. But then they said they would pull more strings. And they're watching us.
Okay.
Fung lowers his teacup.
Okay.
They said thank you.
Of course they did. Shit.
Yes, because we helped them. He said that he was putting the pieces together.
Uh-huh.
God, he talks in like riddles. I couldn't understand any of it.
Yeah, he does. Oh god. Does he know that?
Oh, he
Yeah.
said that
Okay.
the thing we're looking for wasn't actually a legend. It was a mystery waiting to be solved. I thought that was cool.
Okay. You just see Soma being like, oh, okay, just it's gonna be fine.
At this point, where are we all sitting? Are we at the bar?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Fung is going to take the rolled up scroll out of his robes. He's going to hand it to Solma.
More news.
Yeah, Solma, you see. Describe to her what she sees, Josh.
So on the page, there are 4 or 5 different colored inks. The most prominent ones being silver and orange, and they're all surrounding the orange.
Uh-huh.
The orange is running off the bottom of the page.
I have ideas
Well, that's
now.
pretty.
I have theories as Michaela. Are we the colors as individuals? I'm just like, silver me, orange Pyre, green healing. Something is happening with Pyre.
Don't know.
Does Soma get it? I don't know.
Don't
What
know,
do
yeah.
does Soma, okay, insight. Do I see anything? Have I ever had a vision similar to this? Because I usually carve my vision.
Can I
Whatever color.
point at the
Yeah.
orange and
Mhm.
give her advantage on this check?
You can. I'll let this check go. It
Okay.
is, go for it. Go for it.
So I press insight, yeah?
Yep.
At advantage,
Okay.
I'm assisting you.
Let it be. 24.
Oh, yes, critical.
Critical. The
Man,
only number on the die would have given you anything.
Yes.
All right.
What do I see?
What do you see? It's not so much what you see as
What do I feel?
what you feel.
Okay.
You get that same sense of urgency from this. I'm going to say because there's no divine intervention really happening here right now. This is coming from your insight of what you think Fung is trying to tell you. Gosh. It's difficult, but I think
Okay.
I think what you understand is that you are the silver. These other colors, you don't know what they are,
Okay. Sure.
but the orange is racing its way down the page, and it's further than you.
Huh.
And in one way or another, because Soma has no idea that this is a vision from Fung, that this could easily just be his way of telling you there's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
That you're not alone in this
Yes.
quest.
Okay. So
I
we
think
need to
that's
hurry.
what you can insight, yeah.
Okay. That's what, like, when it like hits me that we have to be urgent. I want Empire to just.
You get the feeling of urgency. You don't know that it's like a vision or a thing from Istis. You just look at it and go like, it's for you and Fung. You can step in here. I don't want to be having words for you, but from what you can like understand, it's just like, oh shit, Like, we need to get moving. Like, there's other things at play here, like pushing. Like, you're right, Fung.
Okay.
Is that okay? Is that okay,
Get up.
Josh? Is that all?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Cool.
He's not speaking. Obviously, but
he's not
That's
speaking.
the only way that he can express it to you is what he saw.
As you get this sense of urgency, it's at the same time adding to the kind of like pressure building up in the party. Smashing through the doorway, we see who, Tom?
We see Pyre.
Yeah, boom!
We see Pyre.
Tom who?
So, Pyre, on the way here, you found something interesting. Spring has come to your advantage. The fog in the streets has allowed you to move without being seen.
A
I mean, they can hear me, but they can't see me.
It's also the drum of the city. You're able to
Yeah,
avoid
sure.
most guards.
Yeah, I knocked in through the doors, and I'm like, all right, everybody, we're heading out right now.
yes.
Yes, indeed.
And I turn on my heel and walk out.
All right, our party is on the move. No more of this music. This is
We're gonna play Grinda Garloff a visit.
Yeah. Let's move. So, we see as our party busts their way through the streets of Waterdeep, catching whatever kind of long... So they have these long carriages in Waterdeep with a special name that I didn't note. I'll find it probably later, where they're just these long carriages that act as trolleys, essentially, and you're able to grab them and kind of, like, make your way. They have multiple horses on the end of them that pull them through, but they move like the buses of the city as they...
Can Fung cross his legs and sit on top?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So we would see one of these things like blaring its way
He's
down
got his
the
arms
high road.
crossed with his legs crossed and he's just kind of bouncing along on it. Yeah.
You cross your bus stops until you can't cross them anymore until you get into the more shady parts of the city, into the dock ward, where they don't go as much. You're able to catch a few carriages, walk a little bit here and there to get your way through the city, but
We're running. We're not walking.
You're running. You're
running.
moving your way through the city, past any kind of distraction in your way. We might, like, just for flavor, we spot Floon and his group of people on the way there. We wave. Goodbye. It's just, we might spot Volo, like we'd see a couple people on the way. Just in the crowd that we would spot that maybe like, ooh, there's a character from, fucking Faerun. That's Drizzt Warden, there he goes.
Elminster, what's up?
Elminster, whoa, high five, buddy! and you just make your way. As you bust your way into the lower docks, the X on the map, which is painted in orange paint, by the way, orange ink, on the page, something to note. As you make your way there, it doesn't tell you exactly the location. Like, it's just sort of this general area. But you have a silver-tongued paladin on your side, and rather than have you guys be like, well, what do you do? Like, go knock on a door, roll dice, blah, blah, kind of situation. If you ask around, the name Grinda... Let me pull up my stuff here. I need to get my my thing up.
Grinda Garloff.
Grinda Garloff.
I think we could montage of a lot of Pyre running up to a door and like knock her out, open the door. What could you tell? And then
you get
we're just moving
salty
from, like,
sailors.
door to door.
Yeah, it only takes like 2 or 3, and they just say, "Oh, Grinda Garloff, that mad wizard. She has a contraption that she digs who knows what out of the great harbor under the sea. She's crazy. I mean, I'll point you her way, but you're only gonna find
right,
someone
thank
who's
you
not."
so much.
and you just move.
We're in go mode.
Let me pull out my situation here. Oh yeah, here we go. Dragon Heist Spring Adventure. Here we go. Very cool. Let's change the music up.
Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum.
So, you are pointed
And
towards...
VOD muted.
No, you you are pointed towards an area of the docks that makes you have to slow down a little bit. You're in a place pretty close to the water, and the people around here call it the Mist Shore. They call it such because the waves that splash up here cause a mist to lie down, but the fog of the... I would just say that the fog is even thicker down here, and you have to kind of slow down your rush just because of how thick the fog itself is. As you start going further, you start to see burned out buildings, and you start to see very, like, wacky-looking buildings in that they are built from pieces of ships, and obviously, rather than actual, like, homes, they're built from boats that are pieces that are obviously put together, backs of ships, fronts of ships, and a lot of this area is burned out. A lot of it looks completely abandoned. You see some rats move around, like you don't even really hear anybody. But when you you start to make your way and you notice something in the fog, a very large ship that seems to almost be still held together, not burned out, that has tenements built into the side of it. The very top deck of the ship, the masts have been removed, but the body of this ship is sort of hanging at the center of this community, right near or this mostly vacant community, right near the water itself. You can hear the waves splashing up at this point quite clearly, but you can see shadows of people. They're talking. You can see some smoking cigarettes. A bunch of individuals at the top of the boat. Some of them look like the thuggish type, you know, the kind that are probably, you know, looking for whatever kind of dock work they got. You got a lot of like you got a lot of not solicitors, what's the word? You got a lot of squatters. You know, they're sitting up there and they're hanging. You can sort of hear their mumbled conversation. But quickly you hear a bang and a shout come from the other side of this situation. You hear what sounds like fighting, and a couple of the people up in the tenements like turn to go see what's happening. And I'm imagining that directs the party. You guys head towards that
following
situation.
the glowing tire.
Yeah, you're moving over the burned remains of a building that you didn't even know you were walking through. You just thought this was still the road, but it's a full burned out, right to the ground building, and you hear just a boom! Come on, get out of there! And you hear a shout, and I'm gonna move... Oh, actually, before I move the party, I'm gonna move you guys here. Grab your tokens. Oh, no.
Wait, what?
Did the music stop? Weird. Let's turn that back on. I'm gonna grab y'all's tokens. Gotta move Lord Narcy out of the way here. Also, first chance you get, you guys are gonna want to refresh your HP, refresh your spells and everything.
Oh, we're not fighting. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh no, you're gonna want it. That's from sleeping.
Yeah, I know. Sure.
You nerds. About to go crazy. I just need to, yeah, I definitely need that refreshed. Let me just get you guys in here. I should have done this before, actually. And once I do, I'll switch us to tabletop. Yeah, it's near the back of the ship where you hear the fighting. It's not coming from the ship itself, but it does seem to be coming from a tenement in the back of the ship. And as you make your way through the fog, as it clears, who's in front? It's Pyre?
Pyre.
Solma right behind, and then Fung and Keeling in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Fung would be more toward the middle.
Okay. Cool. That is important.
Weird. Usually it doesn't care what order we're walking.
We're doomed.
Well, it's a fight. It is a violent situation that you guys are walking into. No doubt.
We don't do those.
I mean, it's up to you guys how you want to do the situation.
I run the opposite direction. I'm terrified.
All right, you avoid the fight. That's okay. So let's change our music up here. And we might have to stop mid fight too because we have a half hour left, and I don't want to stop you. So we'll see.
Fire is pumped. If he could die in this half hour, I'd be impressed.
No.
All right. You make your way through the fog, and do remember that you can only see 30 feet wherever you go. Anywhere past 30 feet, you don't have vision, so any kind of range that you have on anything, spell-related or anything, know that it's limited to 30. You make your way through the fog, and Solma, you will especially feel some anger in this situation. You see a rundown sort of shacked house that has like it definitely has like one of those like water like garages where you'd hold like a boat in like the side of it. And there is a large door that looks a lot fancier and a lot nicer than the rest of the sort of rundown building that looks very gray, dark, similar to the others that are around you. It doesn't look like it's suffering any fire damage, but it's a shack with a nice door. In front of the door, you see 4 individuals. Each of them, I believe, you see probably a half elf, 2 humans, and a dwarf. 2 dwarves, in fact. 1 half elf, 2 humans, and 2 dwarves. All are covered in the tattoos of the eye. And they're trying to smash their way into a door. You would spot that one of these individuals, and I'm going to give you guys a battle layout because this thing is like this building's like hanging near a dock that's sort of separated from you, and one of these individuals has a portrait. Looks like this, and he is back on the dock, kind of separated from you guys, while he's ordering these individuals to try to break down this door. And you just hear him yell. He's like, "Come on, kick that thing down!" And yeah, you see they have the eye tattoos all over them. The Xanathar Guild is trying to break into this place, into Grinda Garloth's home, where you've been directed. It seems that. Seems that someone else is on her trail. Here we are, friends. If y'all can see your situation.
There you go. Oh, 18 initiative.
Nice.
Also, Urgrey, they use that last name in Storm Kings.
5. Terrible.
Very cool.
Oh, damn, you got +4 and I got -1. There we go.
Y'all can see the map?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get all 4 of you. Cool, I have to roll some initiatives, yeah?
Let them roll worse than me, which would be 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello. What a great leader am I.
And let's get these. Very cool.
That's what good leaders do, is they delegate.
Delegate, yeah, exactly. Oh,
This is how I roll. I roll nat 20s when it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Sure, cool. Let me get my sure up here.
Funk, show what we were trained for. I'll relax.
Let me just confirm here.
Well, hopefully it doesn't go the way it went last time.
Oh, we're wiping the floor with this fight. Although it would really help if Keeling could go before they do, because they're all kind of grouped up.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, we're going to start just a second. I just have to confirm one thing.
I summoned the army of mooshes. They'll fly from the sky with their eyes glowing, and they'll breathe fire.
The plural of moosh is mish.
It's mish. Fung, you are the first to go. What would you like to do?
So where is the door they're trying to break down? Is it right here?
Yeah, it's right there. That's the door they're in front of.
And... let's see. I'm going to...
Yeah, they say her name too. I think they say, "Come on out, Grinda, we know you're in there!"
I think immediately Fung is going to realize who's calling the shots here. I'm going to move exactly like that.
Okay. So, this is a rare occasion where a creature is specified to have a reaction here before the fight happens. So you, as you run up, put it right here. Put it right here because it's gonna stop. You right this square right here.
We can't see. We can't see your ping.
Oh, you can't see my ping. I'm so sorry.
You're on the wrong layer.
Yeah,
I'm on the wrong layer. I hate that. Here.
Oh, right here.
You're right there.
This one.
Yeah, that one right there. So as you step up, you're immediately noticed by this attacking group that's kind of like, you know, looking around, like trying to bust us open. They're aware of you guys, even through the fog. As he sees you running up, he immediately lets out just like one of those whistles that are just really loud that I can't do, and bursting up from the floorboards, just cracking the floorboards to the side, you see a hulking creature completely destroy these 4 squares of
a goblin
of no, these 4 squares.
Oh, it's not a goblin.
Of Doc. As it busts its way up, he'll say, "We got company!" And it's that's the dwarf, and yeah, he'll say, "We got company," whistle, and you see this creature as it busts its way out of the water. A huge harpoon in its hand, and tattooed on its chest a big eye.
Why are you with them, buddy? You're so cool.
Excellent. So that is you can still go and do your thing if you want, but this thing's in your way. It's still your turn to keep moving. That is a theme thing that I want him to bust up. You'd have to get in the water to still get to him though.
So this guy spent the reaction?
This guy spent a reaction to call it.
The leader or the one that I ran into?
Leader.
No, so what happened is as you ran up, the leader saw you running up towards the party. He's aware of what's going on, of the fight coming in. He let out a whistle as you approached for this thing to burst out of the water.
Okay. So, seeing that I have been blocked, I'm instead going to attack.
The water is still an option. You would just have to jump into the water.
How deep is this water?
How
deep is the drop to the water?
To the water? You're right on the docks. It would probably be like 3 feet.
Okay.
Can we tell how deep it is from here?
No, you
And
cannot.
the
It's
water
murky
is-
water. It's dark. It's
But
like
there's like
spring.
there could be boats in here, right? So
Yeah, there's
it's
boat. You see a boat right over here.
Deep
Yeah,
enough that we can't run. We gotta swim, right?
possibly.
I wish I was a water genasi again. Yeah.
But it's up to you what you want to do, Fung. It's still your turn. That was just an element of the because you said you were running right through here, so that would pop up.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to attack the one closest to me.
Okay, go for it.
We're still level 4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he turns around immediately. And he's got a dagger in his hand, or a short sword, scimitar rather. 12 is gonna hit.
Oh, 12 will hit? Okay, good.
Okay. Okay.
Bam.
It's 8 damage.
12 damage.
What's the 4
12
from?
because of that's my monk.
The dex isn't tied into the roll for the bludgeoning damage. He has it applied separately.
Oh, okay, cool. How do you take this guy out? Is it a lethal?
Hell yeah.
Okay, he's dead. What does this look like? How do you take this guy out?
He's gonna run up and see the dock burst open, and he's gonna stop immediately and turn to the guy nearest him, and as the guy turns around to face him, he's gonna spin the bow staff around his back and just crack across his face.
Oh man! Immediately, you can hear that neck snap. He just turns. He just plunks to the ground and probably rolls off and splashes into the water.
Okay, and then I'm going to use a key point and flurry of blows.
Nice.
The guy right next to him.
Okay, go for it.
2
Finish.
strikes. Boop. And boop.
Hits.
Shit.
Oh, by putting both strikes into him.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Go for the first one.
This guy, not the creature.
Okay, cool. I just want to let you know when you do that, if your first strike kills him, you are committing the second one to him still.
To the guy?
It's best to do one strike at a time to make it easier on yourself tactics wise. But yeah, go for it.
Well, I obviously rolled in that one, so.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. Okay, go for the.
Don't worry about it this time.
I mean, if you want me to roll damage, I can.
Oh no. Yeah, you immediately are able to duck over and put a strike into this one as well, even though it's like a little bit cool. Yeah, like right into the gut situation of this other one. He just. And he just looks pretty wounded there, bloodied in fact from the strike. You're fucking up these bandits.
That was. I'm going to use the last 20 of my movement to return to where I was.
Okay, this thing will get an opportunity attack on you.
That's the idea.
Okay. It is going to... Let's see here. I have to actually get its situation. What will it do? You know what? It sees you moving back. It should be able. Any of its actions should be able to opportunity. They're all opportunity attacks. He'll take a ranged opportunity attack at disadvantage to try and harpoon you. So this will be at disadvantage because you're in melee. So let's do that. 19. You rolled 2 19s.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, sure he did.
I mean, you can look at the stream if you want.
I believe you.
I'm gonna spend a key point, deflect missiles.
Okay.
So the damage is reduced by
16 damage. 16 damage.
16 damage.
And you're using
it's
your...
reduced by 1d10 plus dex plus my monk level. So
okay, cool.
Plus 4 plus 4. Reduced by 11.
Okay, reduced by 11, so you take 5 points using your reaction to try and deafen the blow a little bit. It's still able to like rip in and like catch a piece of your armor. But we'll see. You move 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Make a strength saving throw. Just a strength contest. So go for strength athletics or something strength based. Versus
So is it a saving throw or a check?
Nope. If the target is huge or smaller creature, it must succeed on a strength contest against the marrow. It's a contest.
Okay, and then I choose either athletics or...
Yep, whatever you want.
I
got a
mean,
19.
It's gonna succeed unless I roll shitty.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So it'll throw this at you. You're able to like, I think the way this, because it's a harpoon, I'm not imagining you catching it because it still does some level of damage. I'm imagining you just sort of using like the moment to like shift out of the way enough to not take the full brunt of the blow. Does that work?
Yeah.
Cool. It still is able to catch into you as you move 20 feet back. It is... Yeah, if it fails, the creature is pulled 20 feet toward the marrow. So it immediately rips you back to that same spot that you were. So go ahead and put Fung right here. We see this trade of blows, and as you run, like another strike, and you move forward and get pulled back. You guys can see that though Fung is doing work, there's some danger here for sure. You are not prone; you're just pulled back.
And I took.
You only took since you did minus 11, you only took 5 points of damage.
5. Okay, so the actual pull did not damage.
No, it just pulled you back.
Okay.
It was interesting element of like running forward and getting pulled back. It is that's your complete turn.
Yes.
Yes. Action, reaction, movement, bonus action. Let's next down the line. We all hear a voice come from inside as this explosion of wood, these planks fly everywhere as this sea creature, this merfolk blasts its way out and its imposing presence upon the party. As it causes all this damage, we hear a voice come from inside. "Oh Lord, what are you doing to my home?" And it's just like, if you're gonna be that aggressive, please don't hurt my house. And next turn, Pyre.
Just because I know it's gonna piss off Kristen. I'm gonna charge right in after Fling. I'm gonna charge right there.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Swear to God, I'll shatter you.
Do it. I tell as I run in, I yell, Keelan, do it anyway. And I jump in there to try and get between this sea monstrosity.
To be fair, I tried to move.
I appreciate
if you had gotten out, I would have moved where you were, and then everything would have been good. But I can take the hit. I'm good. And I'm going to flame on. Bonus action. I'm gonna get that shield of faith on for 2 more AC.
Yeah.
Fire on.
And swing into the big boy.
Put a mark on you that you have.
Oh my God!
Put a mark on your character for me that you have a.
Okay, I'm using my inspiration, or I save it for the con saving throw that's coming. No, I want to hit something. Fuck it. Oh my god.
Hey, are you hitting the thing or one of the guys?
I'm hitting big
Oh wait,
boy.
didn't you use your inspiration?
Oh, snap.
I know I said I was going to, but then I rolled well enough.
Oh.
But it's
It was.
But I still got
It doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Oh,
You
my
go for that
rolls.
strike. This creature is immediately one of its big, huge, scaly arms, as thick as your neck, is able to just put the weapon down, like essentially just like push to the side, or block. I think probably with its spear. Excellent. Pyre, is that everything?
That's everything.
Right. It's the creature's
Cease.
turn.
Sushi is his name.
Yep, 2 attacks. It's going to make a bite attack against Fung, and then it's going to do its harpoon melee attack against Pyre.
His harpoon is inside Fung, right?
It rips it out.
Ripping it up, poking
Ow.
it with it.
It has like a tether to it.
Oh,
Sorry,
so,
I stopped it before it got.
you know how much
15
that would
freaking
fucking
damage
hurt, by
points.
the way? You got stabbed by this thing, and he pulled you back with this thing, and it.
Oh.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
It's 22 to hit on the bite. This thing immediately like goes back and just lets out this and trips down into your shoulder for 9 piercing damage.
Bad fish.
And then it's going to lunge forward the harpoon with a melee attack against Pyre. 8, not going to hit. Okay, yeah, it doesn't have pack tactics. I was just confirming. I was just like, all right.
That's
Yeah,
not even funny.
it goes to just strike down into you, Pyre. But you're able to do pretty much the same thing he did to you. You're able to use your blade as a way to shift off the attack and deflect. It is. Let me minimize this. It would be Keeling's turn.
Killing.
Okay, I'm gonna run over here, and I'm going to catapult some of the wood that is like all.
Ooh
bent
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catapult it right at the monster.
Okay, go for it.
Nice.
Soma
nice.
did say to do more catapulting first.
Throw
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so.
We've got a chance to reposition.
I was fine with you dropping a shatter on my head.
Of course you're fine. Of
I'm
course
not the
you
one.
are.
I'm not Mr. Squish over here.
You're not the one with
This
max
is-
HP at 27. Yes.
My turn doing catapult?
No,
Okay,
mine's
here.
47. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. Mine is 27.
We haven't
I
done
rolled
catapult
bad.
yet.
I
Let's
just
do it,
I
Jake.
just had to split the attacks. I felt like that's what.
All right, it needs to
Alright.
make a dexterity saving throw or take 10 damage. That's pretty sweet.
Good luck, motherfucker.
It's no, yeah. A 17 on the dex save.
What is this?
I'm sorry, guys. It's my fault. I wished him good luck.
It was
God.
it was a
damn it,
flat
can I
roll.
quicken?
I figured I sure as hell.
You
don't
could,
have
yeah,
any
bonus
fucking
action,
goddamn
quicken.
game.
Yeah, I'm gonna quicken the shit out of this.
Thing
You
is-
can't only quicken a cantrip, just so you know.
Why could you only
Yes.
quicken a cantrip? Oh, you're
Because
doing.
she
Oh,
is
okay.
her-
Yep, I get you.
Yep. For my cantrip, I'm gonna do. Hold on. What is your range? Shit. I might not be able to do that one.
Oh man, I want to implement a rule.
No,
thing
the range
that
is
I
too
wrote
long.
here.
What's the real thing?
Yeah, no, you're good. Go ahead.
I'm gonna quicken bonfire underneath the monster now.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So the quicken makes it a bonus action, right? It is bonus action. Cool. Want to make sure it wasn't reaction because that works differently. Quicken a bonfire
Yeah.
right on it. Or where do you want to
Yes.
put it? Okay.
Oh, I forgot to also do my D20 for my wild magic.
Oh yeah, please.
Oh shit! Wild magic shit happens for the last one.
Is it a
Okay.
20 or is it a 1?
I thought it was a 1.
Well, Kristen wants it to happen, so I think it should be a 20. Because
Oh,
you
it's
should
a one.
want
If it's a 1, it's a 1. It doesn't matter what you want.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a one. Okay,
I
so
tried.
here
I
is-
tried.
I know. One day it'll happen. Here is
Be
my
careful what you wish for.
bonfire.
All right, it needs to make another dexterity save. I'm just gonna say this thing has 0 to its dex, so if I roll good, 2, nice.
Yeah, you.
Very
5 feet,
nice.
5 fire, asshole.
We see this orb of flame as it takes to the chest of this creature and starts to burn away at it.
It sticks around there, right?
Yeah, the bonfire stays as long as I'm focusing. So right now, since I created, I'm focusing.
Yeah, if someone can move their drawing into like an actual square, just make sure it's in one of those squares so we know what it's in. Very cool. Anything else you want to do, Keeling?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right. No movement. Just gonna stay where you are.
Yeah. Get ready. I'm about to make a lot of noise.
Okay.
I say as I'm preparing everybody for me next time.
That is much appreciated.
Yeah.
If you cast Shatter, you can just shatter that dock, right? And we'll just...
Yeah.
Well, I guess the fish dude wants to be in the water, so...
Solma, it's your turn. What's up?
Yeah. I just like quickly like pat Keeling like, yeah, she listened actually, and I'm right here behind the already hit guy.
Perfect. Yeah, going
I'm gonna try
for.
to
So you got a
destroy
wounded guy and this guy here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use first my quarterstaff, and hopefully I'll hit
Yeah.
with a 20.
Ooh, that hits. One's behind us. Yeah, go ahead. 7 to which one? The wounded one?
He's dead, isn't he?
The wounded one.
How do you bring him down?
I just can't. Let's say. I don't know. I want to do what Fung did, like just like cool swing and break his neck.
Yeah, he is also out. And to the ground, dying just as his friend. This one just how damn you! And what's do you have any more?
Yeah, I will take a key point to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
To the other one next to him, and hopefully I can hit with one strike. 21.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Right in the head with 6 damage.
Okay, 6 will hit him.
And the other one hopefully will hit as well. With an 18.
Oh, that hits.
And with 8 damage.
Yeah, you take that guy out too. It's literally like, just take it out both
of their necks.
Both sides of this, and yeah, they just slam up against the door. You are cutting into their team here. Oh, man. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I wonder if I want it. Like, nobody can have a reaction because I still have 20. Yeah.
What's up?
I still have 20 movements, so if I move, nobody will have a reaction on me.
Right, nobody's next to you.
They're not within melee.
Yeah,
no.
no one's with,
Okay.
no one's with.
Well, unless Big Fish Dude has reach, then
Maybe.
moving out of his reach.
Possibly.
I think he
I
already.
will go behind the
reaction.
wall, so he can't harm me or anything like that.
He already used his reaction on me. That's why I got.
Yeah,
pulled.
he
But
did.
no, he used it, and then it's been his turn since then, though.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
it
bad.
has. So he's got it back.
I just
Has?
moved to the side.
Yeah, he bit and
Oh,
stabbed.
he bit
Yeah.
me. God, that bastard.
I'm in the corner, just trying to get away from Keeling's way as well as the fishy's way.
Just hiding, being afraid of everything in the back.
I'm trying to be tactical here, okay, Tom?
Get out of the shatter, you know?
Tactical,
Yeah.
not in the middle of the action.
Well, that's why we have you.
Yeah.
All right, other
I'm done.
dude's turn.
All right. So, it's this turn that I'm going to end the session on, my friends.
Oh.
Let me see how broken this becomes when I do this.
Oh, we won the fight. You broke it so bad.
Yeah. We were so awesome. It was so quick.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna move this over here. I don't care how fucked up it is. All right. You all hear from above the sounds of multiple crossbows being pulled back and loaded as at the on the top of the huge ship, the tenement, the tenement filled ship. You see some of those thugs. You see 8 of those thugs. They load their crossbows and they're pointed all down at the whole party. Each of them will hold their action to fire upon your group on command, at which point this guy's turn. Then my natural one leader, he'll look up and say, "I paid you all good gold. Kill them." And that's where we're going to end our session. as eight of these dudes, eight of these bandits.
I want to know. I want to get shot now. I don't want.
I think you would hear one of them shout, "It's just business, nothing personal." And there's a volley ready to go down upon you.
Don't want to end on that. No.
I'm ending on it. That is where we're going to call it, my friends. Mid-battle, we will come back to see how our party deals with this situation. I'm more confident in this fight because I had to design the other one that almost killed you guys. This is right out of the book, so y'all can yell at Chris Perkins if you want.
You got that, like
not
it
my
wasn't
fault.
It was the book.
It was the book. I always that's why fights are really scary. I never want to.
That's the real reason he runs pre-gens.
That's the real reason. So I can play him. Very cool. They're gonna hold their action, and we'll see. Nazca Urgray's turn is gonna be pretty crazy, though we don't know that's his name yet. We're gonna call it there, my friends. What can you do when literally like everything has his damn name on it? I can't show you guys without a name showing. It's one thing I don't like about these. It's like this mysterious person, and they have a name tag.
Hello, my name is
Steve.
Everybody
knew it.
It's just it's just the world. It's just common courtesy. Everybody has a name tag.
Oh my god.
They're trying to be super sneaky. They're like trying to cover it up, you know.
Well, my friends, those who are watching with us, I'd first like to shout out two of the followers that we got this evening, both from Mixer. One, Bro-Tatoes40, thanks for following, man, super appreciate it. And Arkwither1213, also thank you, friend, for joining us in our adventures. Arkwither, it's a cool name. Both cool names, Bro-Dato. Very cool. Brah. All right. I think that'll be everything for us tonight, guys. Again, appreciate those who join us in chat. We do not interact, unfortunately. Some players may choose to. I do not look at the chat at all during this. I stay in the zone. I don't have a way to really look at it after quite yet, because if I leave up too many screens on my computer, it cries at me, and especially when I'm streaming. So I don't have a way to save it yet. So if you were speaking to me, feel free to stop by another time I'm streaming and shout out at me. No problem. If you're watching later on in the VOD, whether that be on YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, or Facebook, 4 places I stream to using the power of Restream, multi-streaming platform. You're from the future, we're from the past, but we have this connection, you and us. Very cool. Where the next time that you're going to see me stream should be this Friday. I'm going to be playing some Apex on the PS4. I got my green screen. I got the PS4 in this room, so you're going to see me cut out. It's kind of crappy quality, but I'm still cut out. Oh, cool, Apex. Yeah. So the oldie system it works on for me is PS4, because PC hates me for just that one game. But very cool. I'd like to thank my amazing cast for bringing it tonight, bringing it full force, as you guys always do every week. Thank you for contributing everything that you do to the table. It wouldn't happen without you guys, so thanks for being here. Very cool. Wherever you are in the world, friends, no matter where, morning, noon, or night, make it an amazing day. We sure as hell just had a good one, I think. So very, very cool. Take care, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
You